The national electricity market has been suspended for the first time after the market energy operator warned it had become impossible to operate. The Prime Minister and Energy Minister will be holding a crisis talks with industry and union leaders this morning to discuss how the market suspension will work. The market operates across the East Coast and South Australia, supplying 10 million customers via a pool of generators that provides specific amounts of electricity for a price that's constantly changing. That's called the spot pricing. The problem is supply and spot prices are under pressure from an energy crisis created by a combination of these causes. Ageing coal-fired power stations are out of action for maintenance. At the same time, Australia is generating lower levels of wind and solar power due to winter weather. This comes as international markets buy up Australian coal and gas as they reduce their reliance on Russia. And complicating matters further is Australia's current cold snap, which is increasing household demand. All these factors have fuelled soaring power prices being charged by generators. It prompted the energy market operator to this week cap the price that generators could charge, but that intervention has seen energy businesses refuse to supply the market with enough power because it's less profitable for them. So, AEMO yesterday suspended the market altogether. It means predetermined pricing will be forced on generators and the regulator will be empowered to direct supply into the system in the short term.
For the first time since it was formed almost 25 years ago, the entire national electricity market has been suspended.
Prior to suspending the market today, AEMO had issued over 5,000 megawatts of directions, and that's roughly 20% of demand.
Which is not sustainable. The market operator boss says there was no other choice and that this move would ensure a reliable energy supply for consumers.
What we're creating today is a secure electricity system where we're able to manage supply and demand in real time.
Amid soaring power prices, the energy regulator this week set price caps to stop generators charging too much. But that move failed to shore up supply. Instead, it saw generators withdraw electricity because those capped prices were less profitable for them. So AEMO has escalated their intervention, suspending market pricing and empowering it to force generators to provide supply. It's a bold bid to avoid blackouts, but despite the dramatic development, warnings remain for New South Wales.
Despite this, conditions remain tight in the coming days, in particular in New South Wales, where we would urge consumers to conserve energy where it is safe to do so.
Multiple factors have resulted in energy challenges across the eastern seaboard.
Right now, it would seem that the market is not able to deal with all of the factors that are thrown at it, but frankly, those factors are quite extreme.
Among them, large amounts of ageing coal-fired generators being out of action for maintenance, international demand due to the war in Ukraine, and a colder than usual winter arriving early, increasing the household demand for both electricity and gas. The federal government has placed blame on its predecessor.
What I know, though, is that the whole nation has been held back by a decade of neglect.
But opposition leader Peter Dutton has accused Energy Minister Chris Bowen of being out of his depth.
Chris Bowen's been in there only a couple of weeks. He's aged 20 years, as Michaelia pointed out today. Chris Bowen's aged 20 years in 3 weeks because he doesn't know what to do.
AEMO downplaying the threat of blackouts, but refusing to be drawn on how much more consumers will pay to keep the lights on amid this energy crisis.
There are a number of factors that go into price, which I'm not going to speculate on here. What I'm focused on today is making sure that we have safe, reliable energy.
Georgia Simpson, Sky News.